Chiefs Kingdom ACU crew, welcome back. I'm back with a live podcast for that ass. Steve's not here today. Steve is at work. I'm going to be handling this one solo. I'm like Justin Timberlake leaving the band. It's like in sync. I'm the guy today. It's just me. It's just me. I'll be doing my best dance moves for you. I'll be doing whatever I got to do. We got some heartbreaking news today, guys. I'm just going to share it. We're going to rip the Band-Aid off right here, right now. Charles Ommenihu tweets, broken-hearted. He said last night after that knee injury, he thought he'd be good to go for the Super Bowl. MRI confirmed it is a torn ACL. He's out. So he had to miss 6 games to start the season. That had to suck for him. He comes back. He does amazing things for the Chiefs. Just yesterday, strip sack on Lamar Jackson. And then, boom, there it is. It's crazy. I hate it for him. I really do. And now that it's so late in the season, who knows when he'll be back. Something tells me with his work ethic and everything about it and the advances in modern medicine, I mean, we almost got to see Aaron Rodgers again, woohoo, before the season was over. But I don't know. It's heartbreaking that he came here to win a championship, to go to the Super Bowl, and now he doesn't get to play on the biggest stage, especially after that big play on Lamar yesterday. And just, it's heartbreaking, man. I hate to see it for anybody. I hate to see it for Charles Ommenihu. It kind of sucks, especially because, look, Felix Anudike-Uzomah, that brings up questions now. He was our first-round pick. He got to play a lot when Ommenihu was out for the first few weeks, and then he didn't perform. He didn't perform the way they thought he was. He wasn't holding his gap. He wasn't, he wasn't playing contain. There was a lot of things he wasn't doing right. A lot of things, and his play kept slipping and slipping. And then once Ommenihu got back, his playing time became non-existent. It sucks. Is he going to play in the Super Bowl? He'll probably be active. I don't know what he's going to do. Nobody does. I feel like working with, our defensive coaches, Spags, just everybody, that he will play some role. I don't know. I really don't. I'm speechless with this one. But I will say Mike Dana has had a good year. I feel comfortable with Dana playing snaps in the Super Bowl. George Karlaftis continues to show why we drafted him last year, and continues to show why every single pundit, every single draft analyst, every single talking head that said George Karlaftis wasn't fast enough, wasn't a game changer, he wasn't going to get quarterback sacks, he couldn't get double digits, he wasn't this, he wasn't that, and everything else. And I said, no. George Karlaftis is a beast. He's got a good work ethic. He's a good kid. He will be the guy you want. And they took him, and he has proven this in the second year, and he's only going to get better and better and better. So with George, with Mike Dana, okay, it sucks that Ommenihu's out, but look, maybe Malik Herring gets to step up and do a little, better role. Who knows? Malik Herring was rumored to not even make the team this year. You got B.J. Thompson as well. We've got a lot of options. I don't think it kills us that much, considering we played the first 6 games without them anyway. They're used to it. We've seen it. It's not just something that comes out of nowhere. I would have this sounds horrible, but I mean, it could have been worse. This could have been Karlaftis. This could have been Chris Jones. Ommenihu's a dog, man. Love Ommenihu. And you don't want to see this, but it could have been way worse. But prayers for Ommenihu. I hope he gets back. I hope he stays with the Chiefs. I hope he has a good year next year. I hope he follows it up. I hope he wins Comeback Player of the Year. I don't even know if he'll be eligible to do that, but I hope he does. But I'm happy with it. The whole Felix thing, we'll see what transpires with that. Personally, I thought Felix coming out of college had a better arsenal of moves than even George Karlaftis did. He's yet to show it. And again, you're working behind so many people. You've got, you've got learning curve. I'm going to give him a little bit of a break. I think he won't flash to probably year 3, year 4. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for being with me here today. Thanks for being with me here initially. We just learned Ommenihu's out for the Super Bowl, torn ACL. That sucks. Hit that like button for me. Let's run this bad boy up. Let's talk some Chiefs football going into the Super Bowl. We're getting ready to play the 49ers, a rematch of Super Bowl LIV. We just put a whooping on the Baltimore Ravens yesterday in their hometown. We went into their stadium. We ate their food. We flirted with their women. We used their toilets. We didn't flush. We did whatever we wanted to do yesterday, and they couldn't do a thing about it. And then here it goes. Do you guys hear it? I've heard it all day long. The excuse train has been rolling, baby. The excuse train has been rolling out of Flock Nation. Flock Nation done flock to the train station, baby. They're coming in with the excuses. The referees. Everybody is so conditioned to blame the referees every time the Chiefs do anything that in the one game that the referees actually were taking points off the board for the Chiefs, were calling phantom holds. They didn't call a tripping in the end zone that should have been a safety. There were so many things that went the Ravens' way, but yet they're still crying because this is what fan bases do. Fan bases cry, stay salty, cope harder, and prepare to watch Patrick Mahomes in his 4th Super Bowl in 6 years. He has now been to the Super Bowl 4 out of 6 seasons as a starter. And even if you don't count the starter, the 7th, he's still been to the Super Bowl more times than he has not in his career. How about that? Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT. He is the greatest. We're watching it in real time, and people want to hate on it. That's all they want to do is hate on it because their team sucks and their team can't win. And then they harp on something. They harp on a little 100-pound blonde lady that sings songs up in the press box. They used to harp about Patrick Mahomes' wife. They harped about his brother. They do this. They do that. They find a way to cry harder, stay salty. The Chiefs will keep winning because we fought for our right to party, and it's time. It is time. That's all I'll say about the Ravens game. The Ravens got absolutely dominated. People will say, oh, but the score. I don't care what the score was. The score was 17-10. It could have been 40-10. The officials actually took 7 off the board. They stalled a drive earlier that would have been probably 7. We'll just say even 3. 3. That's 10 more. And then they took 2 off in the end zone when they tripped Chris Jones. Should have been a safety right there. So we could have easily won 30-10. And I remember people, Aaron, where you at? A Ron said he was going to come back and talk to me after the Ravens won by 30 and the game would be over in the 3rd quarter. I'm still waiting on you, buddy. I'm still waiting on your talk. Because we will have a talk. It's called You Don't Know Ball. I do. Get out. Get out of the chat. Banished to the pit of misery. Banished. Let's talk a little bit about the Detroit Lions game last night. Let's talk a little bit about the 49ers. Everyone in here last night was writing off the 49ers. Everybody said it looks like Detroit. Steve plainly said, Mike, if the 49ers make a run after the half, are you going to be surprised? And I said, no. Why? The 49ers are a good football team. But I will say the Ravens dog walked them just a few weeks ago, and then we just dog walked the Ravens. So am I scared of them? No. I'm not scared of this matchup. We got to defend Brock Purdy. I think that they're sussed. I think their defense is sus right now. They're not very good. I think you got to stop Christian McCaffrey. That is one of our problems. We don't stop the run too well, which was, again, another reason I think Harbaugh lost his mind yesterday. Oh, hardballs couldn't figure out that you needed to run the ball against the Chiefs, even when he was chunking off 7 and 8 yards a run, I believe. What an idiot. Anybody that thinks Harbaugh, look, Harbaugh is a serviceable coach. He's a good coach. I'm still on the wagon of, look, he's been there for almost 20 years. They have won championships. They suck in the playoffs half the time. He's barely got a winning record in the playoffs. I think you just need new blood in there. I really do. I think you need a changing of the guard. After the same coach so long, it just don't work out. It just don't work out after a while. You just need a new face. But I digress. We'll go into the 49ers. Lions. 49ers showed heart. Dan Campbell showed again. He gambles too much. Campbell likes to gamble. That's what he does. He plays Madden. Him. The cat that just got fired from the Chargers. Staley. All these new wave coaches just want to gamble. They don't want to play football and do it right. Watch what Andy did yesterday. When we got backed up deep inside our 6, he said, look, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to run the ball. We're going to take care of the ball. We're going to kick it back to our defense. You have to do things like that sometimes. You can't just all the time go for it on 4th down. You can't fake punch. You can't do crap like that. This isn't Madden ball, baby. Jacob Lambertson with a 2. He says 49ers secondary is trash when the line can't win. You are right. And the Chiefs offensive line looked good yesterday. Props to Jawan Taylor. Props to our boy on the left side. I mean, look, they did a good job. Props to Nick Allegretti, by the way. Substituting in there, for Joe Tooney is no easy feat. And he did a great job yesterday. Creed always does a good job. Trey Smith was getting picked on by an official that either A, don't understand what a hold is, or B, he was trying to keep the game close. Either way, we don't need that in football. He needs to be investigated. He stinks. Whoever was calling the holding penalties on Trey Smith needs to be canned immediately. If he was working at McDonald's, he's the guy that put pickles on your hamburger when you said no pickles. He's the guy that didn't salt your fries and served them to you cold. He's the guy that charged you $6 extra because you wanted an extra piece of cheese on your fish fillet. That's that guy. He sucks. Get him out. Horrible. Thanks, Jacob, for the 2-bomb. Appreciate you, brother. Amani says, Big Mike, do you think this blow on the defense will hinder them just a little bit, especially the pass rush? Anytime you lose Charles Ommenihu, that type caliber player, yes, but no. I don't think ultimately it hurts us. Our pass, if we look at it and say, again, I'll use Madden. If you say our pass rush was a 95 with everybody, and you take Ommenihu off, we're still like a 93. Okay, it didn't get that much crazier. I think Mike Dana's had a great year. He's had a great year. Maybe Felix gets a chance, and maybe Felix does something crazy. Just say he gets 10, 15, 20 plays, and he creates pressure on 4, 5, 6 of those, and maybe even gets a sack, and we're all forgetting. Everybody's going to forget his bad rookie season. Everybody's going to forget about it. So, no, everybody's a professional on this team. They'll come to play. They'll do it right. Spags will figure out a way, even if he has to generate, even if he's got to generate pass rush with linebackers or corners or safeties. He does it. I trust Spags. In Spags, we trust. This channel has been behind Spags since the conception of the channel. When everyone else said Spags needed to go last year, when everyone else said Spags stunk, we said Spags was the man. Give him time. Give him time. You got to have time to marinate all these young players. And he has done a heck of a job, and people are finally figuring it out. Welcome to the party. A year and a half late, everybody. Welcome to the party. It's good to be on board with you. Okay. Thanks, Amani, for the question. Tilly Train says, Mike, local news was showing a Chiefs fan burying the Chiefs Kingdom flag in the foundation. Yes, there is a Chiefs flag underneath the stadium in Vegas. When they built it, a Chiefs fan buried a flag there, and we are going to bury the 49ers with it here in about 2 weeks. We'll see what happens when the 49ers, maybe we'll bury them so far they can bring the flag back to the surface for us. Would love to see it. Gary says, Mike, yesterday the Carolina Panthers want Veach and Spags. What do you think? The Carolina Panthers, they can want what they want. They're not going to get it. Now, I do know that they may have hired, I don't know his name, but they may have hired our VP of player operations, something like that. It was rumored that they reached out to him, and apparently he's accepted the job, and he didn't even make the travel plans with the team when we went to Buffalo. He didn't go to Baltimore with us. So it looks like he has stepped away. So they did poach one of our front office people, but more than likely they're probably going to pay him more. He's got a chance at a GM job. He's probably just going to take it. I don't even remember his name. That's how insignificant. I don't want to say he's insignificant in the process, but he's a minor player. They're not going to get nobody else. Chiefs again says, who's going to stop McCaffrey? Look, that's the big question. McCaffrey, Here's the two things you got to do. You got to stop McCaffrey from running the ball. You got to stop him catching swing passes out of the backfield because he is a dual threat, and the Chiefs struggle with both of those. They struggle with running backs out of the backfield. They struggle with the run game sometimes. It's just a fact. That's where our defense does. That's the Achilles heel of it. But I think Spags will figure it out. And look, you spy quarterbacks. You may need to spy Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy can beat you with his legs. Look, when he was at Ohio State, do you guys remember the Patrick Mahomes laying completely out and throwing the ball against the Bucs in the Super Bowl that become just iconic? Brock Purdy did that same thing in college at Iowa State. Brock Purdy is mobile. Drafting him dead last in a draft was one of the biggest steals probably since Tom Brady. Look, do I think Brock Purdy's great? He's not sold me that he is a top tier quarterback just yet. Again, you've seen Deshaun Watson tear the league up for a few years and he's went into complete hiding. You've seen Gardner Minshew tear it up his first season. It is what it is. Every once in a while you get a little lucky. He has now sustained it for over a season and a half. He's not like a world beater, but he doesn't turn the ball over much, and he's pretty good. I mean, we'll look at some of his PFF grades. I know PFF is not the end all be all, but again, this season he's graded an 88 offense, an 84 passing, a 90.6 on the run. So again, he will get out of the pocket. He is tough to grab. Is he tougher than Lamar Jackson? No. Is he tougher than Josh Allen? That's debatable. He's not going to run you over like Josh Allen, but he's more elusive than Josh Allen. So this is, our defense is used to this. We've now done this 2 times. Tua is not really get out of the pocket mobile kind of guy. They didn't have to do it there. But they've done it the past 2 weeks, and they've done a great job of doing it. So I'll say we do have to stop McCaffrey. How they do it, I don't know. Maybe you QB spy, and maybe you get your best linebacker lined up on McCaffrey. So maybe you need a Willie Gay to cover McCaffrey. And then maybe you can slide Drew Tranquil and have Drew Tranquil spying the QB. I don't know what Spags is going to come up with. Spags gets paid the big money. I don't. But if I did, I'd figure it out with Spags. We'd figure something out. Doug says, Magic Mike, any news on Noddy? Could he play in the Super Bowl? I don't know any news with Noddy. I've not heard anything to date. I'll take a look for you really quick and we'll see what we've got. The last I heard he was just injured and I didn't really see a timeline. Let me take a look for you just really quick and see if anybody does it. So they just put him on IR Friday. So if he's been moved to IR, I'm pretty sure he has to miss a certain amount of games. So he's done. So Noddy's out. So Noddy went to the IR just 3 or 4 days ago. He's gone. I don't think he can play this season. You do, like if you go to IR, you got to miss a certain amount of games. So he's gone. It's not going to be Noddy. But look, we've not really missed Noddy that much. Pennell's done a great job. I thought Pennell's done a good job. So I'm not too worried about that. Chiefs again says, is Purdy better than Burrow? My initial reaction says no. Because as much as I dog on Burrow, I do understand Burrow's a good quarterback. And look, he's probably a fine human. Sure. The annoying one on that team is Jamar Chase. I think we all know that one. I would probably take Burrow, 9 times out of 10. But could Purdy pass him within the next year or 2? Yes. I don't think there's any, especially if he stays healthier than Burrow. Burrow, he can't seem to stay healthy. He's now had an entire season missed to a knee injury. He's had pretty much an entire season due to a wrist, hand, whatever that was this year. He also had some lower leg problems, if I'm not mistaken, this past season, didn't he? He had a little bit of calf issues or something. So I don't know. I'll say at this moment in time, no, he's not better than Burrow, but he can beat you in ways Burrow can't. We'll put it that way. Travis says Justin Tucker was a clown for poking the bear. Idiot. If you guys have not watched the short I did today talking about the Chiefs Ravens recap, in which I torched Justin Tucker. Okay. You have to watch that. You got to comment on it. There's Ravens fans on there. The whole point was to just piss off the Ravens fans. Why? Because they are the biggest whiners. They're losers. They're salty. They don't understand how to cope with just not being on the caliber of the Chiefs. They can't do it. It's pretty annoying. So it is what it is. But yeah, go on there. Watch that. Talk smack to some Ravens fans. Why not? They deserve it. They were out here all week telling us how bad we were and how bad they were going to beat us, and they get what they get. You know, you get what you get. Jared with a 2-bomb. He said, did you catch Tony's Instagram tweet? No. Unless we're talking about his live he did where he was talking about how he wasn't injured, and he went on like some kind of like profanity-laced rage. I did hear that to a certain degree. Look, me and Steve had talked earlier before he did that, if that's what you're referring to. And we thought that, look, Tony, for the amount of money he's getting paid and everything, they may not pick up that 5th-year option, but it almost doesn't make any sense to cut him. Then here comes self-sabotaging Tony again to come out and say all of this and try to pin it on the Chiefs and this and that. And he's probably not telling a lie. He's probably not injured. I feel like the Chiefs probably were like, hey, we're just going to say you're injured to save face for you, because otherwise we're going to say, hey, we put him on the bench. He's not on the team. He's not active. He stinks. He won't focus on football. But I think the Chiefs were trying to save some face in case maybe Brett Veach wants to trade him. Now that he's done this, he's basically untouchable by everybody from anywhere else. So Veach could still surprise everybody and keep him again. But now I was about 80% they would keep him based off just the money aspect and how much potential he could bring if he could figure it out. And the way he's going now, good Lord, 25% chance he stays on the Chiefs at this point. Just ridiculous. Just flat out ridiculous. How stupid. And look, I don't want to call him stupid, ignorant. Okay, I'm not going to call him that. I don't want to call him that. But he's self-sabotaging, and it's dumb. That is arrogant. It doesn't do anything for anybody but put you in a bad light, and it just doesn't. It's just not what, I don't know. If it was me, I would never have thought about doing that. So it just tells you how certain people think. Gary Holland says, Mike, the player for the Ravens that hit Mahomes in the face should have been kicked out of the game. Question. The punch. I don't know if it was legit. Like, the more I watch it, I don't know if he tried to punch him. I don't know. I don't want to say like in the moment of the game, like he knew he could just all out just punch him right in the face. So I don't want to say that. Like, I don't know if he did. Honestly, I feel like the Clowney crown to the helmet to Mahomes' face mask was more brutal, and people are kind of skipping that one because, look, Clowney is not a player that's shy of doing things like that. And to put your crown down and to hit a player that high in the head, in the face mask, that could have seriously hurt Mahomes. Again, Ravens fans act like that didn't exist. Like, that was clean, and Mahomes just got that call because he's Mahomes. What are you talking about? Anybody that knows any rules of the game knows you cannot hit a quarterback in the head after the ball's gone with the crown of your helmet. Okay. People have lost their minds. The Chiefs' hate has gotten to a point that people cannot even think straight. They just can't do it. They can't do it. They cannot fathom and cope. They cannot cope with anything. Action Jackson's here. Action Jackson. As a Ravens fan, hold up, Action. With the name and the logo, probably didn't have to tell me he was a Ravens fan. I would have got it. But I am slow, so I appreciate it. I respect Mahomes, but I hate KC and the Niners. I can't watch it. Respect, though, Mahomes is the GOAT, though, can't lie. Appreciate the comment. Look, I don't know why the hate. We're not really big rivals. I don't consider the Ravens big rivals. I honestly didn't have a problem with the Ravens. All season, I never have a problem with the Ravens. to be honest, you guys are one of the only teams in the AFC North, if not the only team up there I like. Steelers, I mean, they're kind of irrelevant as of late. Of course, the Browns are super irrelevant, but look, you guys are way better than the Bengals. Come on, if y'all smack the Bengals by 35 points every time you play them, I'm going to be right there cheering for you. So I don't know why you hate the Chiefs. I mean, come on now. I thought we were all pretty respectful throughout the week, and then Ravens fans just kept infiltrating, telling us that we were crazy if we thought this was going to even be a close game. I don't know what to say, but I appreciate you being here, Action Jackson. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe. Come back and talk to us. Come on, baby. Come be a Chief fan for 2 weeks. Come on. Let's go. Run JDP says, what about bringing in playoff Frank, the Shark, the Shark, Mr. Clark? I don't know. People's brought that up. Is he washed? I don't know. I mean, nobody's he went to Seattle and never did a thing. He didn't do anything in Denver. I don't know. I mean, yeah, those wasn't playoff games though. That's what we know. We know this dude. It's like him and MVS are like the playoff. Like I don't know what they do. I guess they just got the playoff gene. They don't even try. But would I be opposed to it? No. Will they do it? I don't know. Probably not. I just don't. TK says, in Spags we trust. Yeah, for sure. 1000%. Doug says, I don't think Cook will be back either, even though his 21-day window is opening up. Man, I would love to see Brian Cook get back, but you got to think about it. Being out of game shape and everything for so long, I would almost rather them just play the safe route with Cook, keep what we got going, because look, our safeties look good. Shout out Justin Reed. We're big Justin Reed guys here at ACU. Now, look, I've said time and time again, there were times that he was not missing assignments, but he was just a little out of position sometimes. And just different things like that. But I did go on to say that, man, once he learned Spag's system, because it is complex, and they do ask Justin Reed and safeties and everything. Spags asked them to do a lot. So I think he's a very smart dude. Like, you cannot go to Stanford and not be smart. Like, there's no way. Like, he's super smart. I like Justin Reed. I hope he continues to get better. And honestly, after next season, I think his contract's up. He only signed a 3-year, and I think this is year 2. I mean, I hope he does well enough that we just sign him long-term. Make him a Chief for life if we have to. I hope he gets to that level. That's what I want. That's what I want, man. Let's see. Let's catch up with the chat here a little bit. Amira. What's up, Amira? She says Willie Gay might be back. Look, Willie Gay's neck looked really good in the post-game celebrations. He's like, yeah, buddy. And he was doing this, and he was giving this. He was even headbanging. He was saying, and I was like, my God, his neck is perfect, my boy. What is he doing? But then I was like, that's just adrenaline. But I think he'll be back. I think Willie will be back for the Super Bowl. Give him 2 weeks to recoup this bad boy. Yeah. Give him 2 weeks. I think he'll be back. That's what I think. Enrique, our boy with $5, with the 5 bomb. Throw some legendaries in the chat for all the people that have donated to me so far today. Because I appreciate Jacob's $2. And I appreciate Jared's $2. And I appreciate Enrique's $5. That's $9 more than what I had today when I started this. And I've done a lot of work today. So I appreciate you guys. This is how I'm living. This is how I'm living out here. Just living. Just going crazy. Having a good time with the Chiefs. He says, hope to see you, Mike, or Steve every day until the Super Bowl. ACU video a day keeps the troubles away. Let's frickin' go. Run it back. That would be funny, dude. That would be funny. We might. Who knows? Like, just have a good time. Have yourself a good couple weeks, baby. We might just party with it, Enrique, And you know what keeps us coming back? Giving away subs, super chatting. Because why? Time is money. And if I'm on here, I'm not going to work. I'm calling in, and we're just going to do it here, baby. That's what's up. Macca says, is Tooney done for the year? I don't think so. I think Tooney was almost. If push comes to shove, I think Tooney would have suited up and got out there, and I think they did it by precautionary reasons. I think Tooney may be back for the Super Bowl too. Don't hold me to it. That's just a gut feeling. But that's what I think. I think Tooney will be back. So we'll see. Gary says our linebacker core has done an amazing job. They have. And Brett Veach, shout out Brett Veach. Look, lots of things can be true. Did Brett Veach drop the ball in the wide receiver room a little bit? Yes, I do believe he did. Some people didn't even agree that he should have traded off Smith-Marsette. Now, I don't think, who knows what Smith-Marsette would have done? He looked good in the preseason. I can't really, put that over into game. But look, he got his chance when he went, to the Panthers, and he produced a little bit when he finally got a chance to get in the game. So maybe that was a blunder too. But as for everything else, Brett Veach is hit on. So Brett Veach, he deserves credit too, man. We're not dogging Brett Veach. Like, you can say Brett Veach, like every human has ups and downs and faults. Like, look at me. I'm hideous. But I know about the Chiefs, baby. And so that evens me out a little bit in my own head. In my own head, who knows? But yeah, I think Brett Veach has done a great job with the linebacker core, and they've done a good job this year. Props to him. That Drew Tranquil signing was huge. And that Mike Edwards signing was pretty huge too. And daggone it, I'm going to throw Charles Ommenihu in there. That was a nice signing too. Charles Ommenihu is a nice signing, even though now he's going to be missing his 7th game of the season. But he couldn't do anything about that, man. He was going hard. He was getting it done. He's awesome. E. Will says 93%. This is a Chiefs channel for sure. San Fran. E. Will, 93%. 93? I don't get it. Why the 7% off? Is it because of the Chiefs poster, the Chiefs book, the Chiefs logo, the channel being called All Chiefed Up? We couldn't get to 100% on that? E. Will, get it together, buddy. I have no words for you. Mark Hanner says, isn't Willie Gay a free agent this year? Yes, Willie Gay's contract does end this season. Will he be back with the Chiefs? I don't know. I don't really want to think about this until the Super Bowl's over. I want to focus before I get into the offseason, before I get into the draft. But my initial reaction is, throughout the season, I thought Willie could be expendable. But I will say this. When Willie's on the field and Willie is playing and doing what Willie is brought in to do, which is to be athletic, to cover, to spy, to just play downhill and be wild, our defense looks so different when Willie's doing that to a high level. So do you get rid of Willie Gay? If you do, you need to have a nice free agent or a nice draft pick in mind that now you can bring in. And I would almost say draft pick, very much modeled after Willie Gay, very much with the same characteristics and skill set, and hope that maybe he puts it together a little faster than Willie did. Not saying Willie hasn't been good, but Willie's not necessarily lived up perfectly the way I thought Willie Gay could have. But Willie Gay is a beast. I love Willie Gay, and if they re-sign him, more power to him. Would love to see him re-sign Willie Gay. I just don't know how we do it. We've got, I think, 24 or 25 players that's going to be out of contract that we've got to replace. Something tells me that's going to be a lot of draft. Because who's going to sign 25 players? How can you sign 25 players and then go in and sign 6, 7, 8 draft picks? That's tough. Like, we've got a little bit of money freed up this year, but I don't know if it's going to be that much. So we've got to figure it out. Brian Parrott, our boy Brian. Brian, how are you feeling after the Chiefs win another AFC Championship game, buddy? Feeling good probably. Tooney could feasibly turn a pull/strain around in 3 weeks. 100%. I think if push come to shove, he'd have put the sling on and he'd have went yesterday. I think they were being cautious with him. I 100% believe he would come back. Because when you seen him without his shirt off yesterday, you can still see the bruising. But I've seen worse bruising. So, something tells me that I think with all the modern medicine, with all the shots they can put in there, who knows? Juice this bad boy up. He'll be ready to go. He'll be ready to have a bench press competition before the night's over, baby. I'm not worried about him. Not worried about him. Almani says, Mike, to me, I personally think the only reason why Frank Clark didn't succeed in Denver and Seattle was probably due to bad coaching. I think Spags can bring him in, bring back the Shark. I don't know. I don't look into them enough to determine who. I don't even know who their defensive line coaches are at either place. I have no idea. I just really believe Frank's getting a little older. We know he had lost a little bit of weight and everything the last year he was here, which made him a little more agile. But if they can get their hands on you, it also makes you a little easier to block. I'm not sure. I don't know what he's got in the tank. Brett Veach has looked at him. I heard they were evaluating him, so he didn't pull the trigger on it. So I don't know. Doug says, "Oh, shout out to Deion Bush for that interception. That was a beautiful play by Deion Bush. Thought Deion Bush looked very good. That was another safety that's stepping up. Another player that we re-signed to a 1 year. Pretty sure. We re-signed to a 1 year at the beginning of the season. And look, he showed up when it counted, and it was a good play. Ravens fans are crying about that one, saying it was pass interference. No, it was not. It was severely underthrown. The only reason there was contact is because it was so underthrown that when Isaiah Likely had to try to adjust himself, contact was made. And that's not the underthrown kind of contact. That was, hey, Isaiah Likely stopped and, hesitated and did this and then that, and it become incidental. So, yeah, it was incidental contact. That was not a penalty. Keep crying, but it's just not. Like, you guys have got to learn the rules. If you're going to call okay, look, if you call that every time, by the way, what about the big Lamar Jackson 4th down run? Our boy was getting held in the exact gap that Lamar Jackson went through. He's in a bear hug. You guys didn't care that wasn't thrown. You didn't want a flag thrown there. So let's just chill. You're starting to look like losers. I mean, come on. You guys are supposed to be tough. You're supposed to be the big bad Ravens that physically impose their will and beat teams to death. And this is how you handle yourself. You're out here crying after the game. Come on. D1, excited to see Najee Johnson can do next season. Yes, Najee will be back from his knee. That's a big one. That's a big return. Excited to see Najee. He was actually doing good. He was actually getting team 1 reps in training camp. I was actually in training camp like I played. I was at training camp, but I think Najee had already been injured when I got there, so I didn't get to see him in person, which kind of sucks. But yeah, like Najee. Nazee's a friend of the channel. He was going to come on the show his rookie season, and then something happened. He couldn't do it. But yeah, like Najee, really do. I want to see him do well. I hope he has a good year when he comes back for sure. Man, it feels crazy. Does it feel nuts being Chiefs fans? Because look, a lot of us, I don't care what other fan bases say. They act like Chiefs fans just were created with Patrick Mahomes. No. Cincinnati fans were created with Burrow, but we were breaking decibel records long before Mahomes. Okay. So there was people in the stadium to do that. Spoiler alert. There had to be people filling up the seats to do it. So yeah, I will say, this is crazy what's happening. Like, I did not think in my lifetime I would watch the Chiefs go to 4 Super Bowls in 6 years. Like, what are you talking about? Just the fact that we went to 1 Super Bowl, and then the fact that we accidentally won the daggone thing after being down the whole time. And here we are again. Look, we can't let San Francisco win. That may close the portal. We opened a portal by beating San Francisco in the first Super Bowl, and it's unleashed hell on the league. If San Francisco wins, they may close the portal and bring some kind of a curse back. No, we're playing for portal. You're playing for open portal here, guys. Get it together. Let's go out there and beat the crap out of somebody. Let's go out there and beat the crap out of somebody. Throw your questions in the chat. I'll be happy to try to answer them to the best of my ability. Again, if you're just now joining me, hit that like button, hit that sub button. We're chasing 25K. We have passed 20K with flying colors, and we said, you know what? Screw it. YouTube, suck it. We're going for 25K, and that's what's going. That's what we're doing, and we're flying. We're at 22.4, so we're getting close. So go ahead and hit that sub button, hit that like button for me. It helps me get the stream out. Throw some stuff in the chat. I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. But yeah, I'm excited to be sitting here talking about the Chiefs for 2 more weeks. You know, everybody else is looking at the draft except for 2 teams right now. And it's good to be here. So all my members in the chat, throw out some pizzas. You know, you throw out a pizza for the Chiefs. It's pizza time. It's pizza time. Throw out a couple of boom shakalakas for the Chiefs. Come on, baby. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. The Chiefs making our Super Bowl. Do you guys even watch the Super Bowl if the Chiefs don't even play? I don't. I don't care. I don't care about your stupid commercials. I don't care about it. I wouldn't have cared about the Ravens either. I would have not cared about anything. I would not have watched that junk. Like, well, we're just not doing it. It's Chiefs or nothing. Nicholas said, what team do y'all hate the most? Nicholas, if you've been here a long time, you could probably pretty much guess it. I'm just going to have everybody watching, all the ACU crew members, throw in the chat, who do you think is the team that Mike and Steve, all chiefed up, hate the most in the entire league? Throw it in the chat, and I want to see if you guys get it. But I'm telling you right now, for me, there's 3 main ones. 2 are more than 1, and one's starting to get up there. One's starting to just pull away. They're starting to pull away. So there's like a 1, 2, 3 order. One's starting to pull away from number 2 right now. But yeah, let us know in the chat. And then Nicholas, if nobody says it, which I'm sure they will, I'll let you know who it is in just a minute. JCP. He's just watching because he's a Swiftie. I know, but let the boy watch. Let him watch. I think it's funny. Look, Taylor Swift hasn't been on camera flipping off our opposing teams. Okay, like Eminem did for Detroit. I didn't hear nobody cry about that. Like, y'all just mad because Taylor Swift's a woman watching sports? Like, is this not the year 2024? Is a woman not allowed to be a predominant figure watching sports? Nobody had a problem that Eminem gets shown every 5 minutes in Detroit. Like, nobody has a problem that Eminem was making out with his boyfriend either on TV. Okay. I think he's dating one of the offensive linemen. I don't remember which one. But, I mean, come on. It's no different than Kelson and Taylor. So get over it. They showed him every time. Every time his boyfriend got a good block out there. I don't remember who it is he's dating, but every time. And there's no different. There's no different. People just hating on Taylor Swift just to hate. Hating on her, baby. She got a big 24 seconds of airtime. My God, and you would have thought it was 24 hours of airtime. All the crying and whining. All the crying and whining. Gary Hollins hit the nail on the head. The Raiders are number 3, Denver's number 2, and the Bengals are pulling away at number 1. Just because they won't shut up, and the Raiders and the Broncos are complete obscurity right now. They suck. If the Chiefs hadn't gifted them a Christmas gift on Christmas, just trying to keep them in the mind frame that you're getting better. But technically they're not. We were just trying to trick them into thinking they're getting better so they don't make any good changes. Okay? And then the Broncos, that's the first time they beat us since the frickin' iPhone was invented. And Patrick Mahomes had the flu. Like, you could have played his son out there. He's 1 year old. Bronze could have went out there and probably been as effective as Patrick was that day. He was so sick. But it don't matter. It don't matter. But that's the 3. Gary Holland hit the nail on the head, baby. Hit the nail on the head. Jamar Chase is a clown. He's 100% a clown. So I've looked it up. You know, I wasn't joking about getting a billboard in Cincinnati. I want to get a digital billboard in Cincinnati, right downtown by the stadium. I went and looked. It's $5,200 for 30 days. $5,200. If you don't get a digital billboard, And you get the old school billboard, it's $2,600. It's half the price. But I'm pretty sure you probably have to pay to get the big whatever that is printed. And then, you know, somebody's got to plop it up there. So you're probably paying for that too. So you're probably paying for the print, the material, and for somebody to plop that bad boy up there. So more than likely, it's going to be about the same as digital. Digital's easy. Digital, you send them a little file, they put it up, they plop it up, it's easy. So $5,200, right by the stadium, right by Paycor. I want to put a big old fat picture of Jamar Chase with a clown nose and put anybody but the Chiefs in quotes. And I want to have my homie in the corner with his Super Bowl rings, giving him this one. And matter of fact, I'll wait till we win our third one. But I'm not waiting to put up the billboard because then that's going to be way too back. We could wait until we have the ring ceremony and everything, but that'll be all the way like probably next July, August, somewhere in that range. But let me tell you, I'm going to put it right by the stadium. Jamar Chase, big old nose, the big old, you know, the clown nose. And we're going to say anybody but the Chiefs. And we're going to sign it with love, all chiefed up, and the ACU crew. And we're putting it right there with Jamar Chase. And I'm going to troll this bad boy for a month. And I dare you. You can't do nothing to a digital board. You're going to have to hack in. You're going to have to like shoot at it and put it out of commission, which means you're going to go to prison. Okay. The other ones, they can shoot paintballs at it. They can rip it off. We're not having it. It's going digital, and we're just going to make it nasty. And I'm going to drive to Cincinnati every weekend and take pictures of it. That's what I'm wanting. Yeah, you're right, JCP. And we'll film it for the channel. We'll make a whole video out of it, how we trolled the Bengals. I think it's hilarious. It's $5,200. So we got to figure out how to do this. Should we set up like a GoFundMe or something? Who knows? I think it'd be hilarious. Me and Steve talked about it. But I will say, the odds are probably not good that it'll happen. I mean, that's a lot. But we'll see. But anyways, man, I appreciate you guys being here, man. I appreciate you guys spending your afternoon with me on a Monday. I think I should just do this every day if I can. I don't care to get on here and talk to you guys for 45 minutes to an hour. Just touch base, give you a little bit of news, talk about, you know, the updates going into the Super Bowl. If you guys want to hang out with me, I'll hang out with you. I don't care. I love it, man. You guys are my people. We get on here. We talk crap. We'll entertain haters if they want to be on here. I don't care. But yeah, man. Love you guys. I'll hang out with you all day, every day. So everybody, tell each other in the chat. Tell the ACU crew. Tell each other you love them. Let's spread the love today, baby. We're all the crew, and we're doing it right. Crispy, I appreciate it, Best Chiefs channel. Thanks for the gas, baby. Gassing us up, says Crispy. Gassing us up, baby. Jeremiah, what's up, Jeremiah? Hope you're doing good in Colorado, my boy. He said, thanks, Mike, for the healthy distraction from work. Dude, I tell you, I have to go to work now, but I do this a little bit before, so now it makes my night a little better, you know, because I'm like, hey, man, ACU crew, I hung out with them today. You know, we had a good one. If you guys got anything else to ask me in the chat, I don't know if I can answer it. I don't know if you even want to hear my stupid answer. But let me know. I'll stay on here for maybe 2 or 3 more minutes, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up. But be sure and hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button. And I appreciate you guys being here, by the way. But yeah, you guys are awesome, man. And Steve wants to be here too. He just couldn't be. But I'm pretty sure, I had to look at his schedule, and I'm pretty sure he should be off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Not off, but he'll be at a time where we can get on here together for maybe an hour. So maybe I can drag him on for a live Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and we'll just go live every daggone day. Who cares? We're just having a good time. We're partying on. It's going to be great. Reporters asked Andy about KT going crazy on Instagram, says JCP. What did he have to say about it? I have to go find that. I have to look it up. Oh, he said Andy's saying that he will be practicing with the team. You know, I don't know. Like I said, it wouldn't put me past Brett Veach to be like, look, he was angry, he was frustrated, we're going to give him a pass. Dude, they give a lot of people passes here. We know they do. So, we'll see, man. How about a GoFundMe for a suite next to Tay-Tay? ACU suite, baby. We're going to fund it. I think you can put like 25, 30 people in that suite. Maybe even go up to 50. Who knows? We should fund one of those and get it next to Taylor Swift, too. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, Chief Broken Arrow, I know. When I heard that, I thought it was fake, too. I thought it was just a clip of that last one he did. Remember when he got on there and he raged about, it was the Giants fans, and he was sending people messages? But he did mention something about the Chiefs, and he mentioned something about his hip injury and this and that. But again, like you said, it could be fake. It could be AI. It could be somebody that just sounds like him. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, would it put it past me? No. Kadarius Toney is just... this guy apparently doesn't want to be... Kadarius Toney just doesn't want to be part of a winning team. Like, I don't know what this guy wants to do. Maybe this kid, maybe having his first child will censor him, and he'll figure out life or something, man. I don't know. I hope the best for him, but I don't know if it's going to be here. I really don't. But yeah, Doug says any swag, ACU swag coming out anytime soon. Love the camo hat, just saying. Maybe it's possible. We're thinking about we'll probably come up with some stuff during the off season. And obviously over the off season, it gets tough. A lot of, I didn't even mean to click that, but yeah, stop dropping footballs. Over the off season, it gets a little tough. People, they get away from football a little bit. You got the hardcores that'll stay here. Then you've got the draft. And of course, people don't really start coming back till after camp preseason games. So it gets a little dead, but during that time we will try to come up with some different things, and we're going to go at it pretty hard, hopefully soon. And then next season, hopefully it's not going to be lost to YouTube again. Thanks, YouTube. But yeah, we should have a lot of stuff coming out with some merch and stuff. So appreciate you asking, man, and we'll get it. And again, we're going to be bringing back first Thursday of every month. We're going to be doing the members only, which right now we're over 200 ACU crew members already. We're already back to that. So on February 1st, which is just 3 days away, we may have a crew member, a subscriber, not a subscriber, a members only. I'll get it right in a second. A members only, and we'll be giving away some stuff too. Actually, I've got hold up, where's it at? I've lost it. I don't know where it went, but I got a not an ACU. I got just a Chiefs shirt I'm going to give away. It's a Super Bowl shirt, I believe. I don't remember. It might have been the one versus Tampa Bay. I'm not for sure, but I don't know. I got a shirt. It was new. Going to give it away. We also got FOCO giving away. They give us some stuff to give away to you guys. So we'll play the Wheel of Death. We'll do some of that stuff. It's going to be good, man. It's going to be good. But I appreciate you guys being here, man. I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. You guys have a good night. Hit that like button for me on the way out. Sub if you haven't. Comment on this. Go back and watch my short after this if you don't care, and talk trash in the comment. That helps push that short out. That short got buried, man. It got on that short actually went out to Ravens fans. YouTube pushed it to the Ravens fans, and Ravens fans are hitting dislike like crazy. They're trashing it, so YouTube is like trashing our short. But you know what? The power of ACU crew, you guys will go watch it. You guys will hit the like button. You guys will comment. And then you guys will push it back in the algorithm. And we'll piss them off again for the second day. We're going to piss them off again. So you guys have a good night. I appreciate everything you do for me. I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for being members. Thanks for subbing. Thanks for hitting the like button. And thanks for spending your day with me. Love you guys. Have a good one. Go Chiefs. There goes a sight from my soul.